Wait. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Just Fans podcast. No Carlos today, so it's gonna be a good
Thank
one.
God.
Fuck that guy. I think he got deported last I checked.
He ain't coming back.
He ain't coming back.
God
I
willing,
think he
we'll never see. God willing, we'll never see him again.
Yeah,
he
that's
doesn't.
it. He does.
Like always, my co-host Rios is in the house. What's up, Rios?
I'm so glad San Antonio's favorite son is not here because he just brings the quality of the show just that much down.
Like he's only here because he
San Antonio and from California at that, like, ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a double
Some
dip. That's
bad
awful.
combo right there, man.
Double dip
It's terrible.
of dumpster juice.
And we got some great guests today from the Third Coast Live podcast. Our boys AJ and sorry, my shit's all over this. And Froome, that's your name, Froome?
Yeah, that's my last name, man. It's easy. It's easier than saying, "Hey, I'm Raymond." How do you spell that? Is there a D? And it's Froome.
Yeah.
It's Froome. I'm not Ramon, okay?
Yeah. We always give him shit. Like when we do our stuff, sometimes I'll be like, hey, this is Raymond. And he's like, bro, my name's Froome.
Like,
all
don't
right,
even.
I got
You've
you.
never called me Raymond in your life, I don't think.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel you, man. I use my last name also because my first name is 8 letters long. You know, this Rios is 4 letters. You can't butcher.
Yes.
Hey,
To be honest with y'all, I don't know Rio's real name.
right?
Look at all.
Yeah.
Well, there's people that they'll say, "Hey," they'll hear my name at first, but I didn't even know your name was Raymond because I've been Froome since I was probably in 6th grade. So once the coaching started, like, "Hey, Froome," last name, that's it. So.
Yeah, same thing with sports. So I always put my last name because, again, my first name was so hard to pronounce.
Yep. That's why I go by AJ. My first name is real Mexican. It's real Hispanic.
Throw it out there. What is it?
No, I ain't throwing it out there, bro. I keep that on the DL. Bro, I'm telling you, I have only now I'm half Hispanic. I can only speak like very, very little. But when you see my driver's license, you would think I done came straight from the border. I got my taqueria shop. I mean, it's crazy.
Look at it. Like, this motherfucker just fresh out the boat.
Right, he has a nopal right here.
Yeah, it's rough. So, yeah. But, man, we appreciate y'all having us on, fellas. We do.
Yeah, no doubt.
We appreciate it.
It's always good. It's always good. So tell us about, people who don't know, but which I doubt that there's people out there who don't know. Where you guys come from? What you guys do? Tell us about it.
So we are out here southeast of Houston going towards Beaumont. Right past Baytown is where we're at. We teach and coach at a school out here, football, basketball, track. And just hang out, talk shit.
We like to gamble. We like to talk sports. So we just kept talking about it. And I think it was last year, spring football. We're like, hey, you want to go to my dad's shop? Put it down. I was like, let's do it. We've been talking about it forever. So
I feel like that's how we are. Started. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of how we started. Carlos just hit me up. He's like, hey, man, we always talk about, football and basketball and all. Well, not basketball. You don't like no basketball.
He's not cultured like that.
We're always talking like Astros and Texans and shit. Like, I think he started it. He did a few episodes by himself, and it was just kind of depressing. So I'm like, fuck that.
It was.
Let me help the guy out a little bit. Let me throw him a bone. Yeah.
Boy came in with the Joe Rogan game, and it's not Joe Rogan. It's like,
right. He was just a fat delirious man who was just babbling for an hour and a half.
Oh shit!
He was doing the whole the Sean Watson saga that was going on, like where's he gonna get traded, type shit. Like,
okay,
yeah. Package that we're gonna get or whatever. So like the first few episodes, if you go back, it's just him like just bitching. God damn it, we suck.
Wake me from this nightmare.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, it's been a nightmare. That's for damn sure.
Hey, I think it's going to go the right way this year, though, man.
But it has to, right? Let's get started with that. What are you guys' thoughts on, the off season, everything, the draft, everything that's been going on? Like, what are your expectations for this year?
Go ahead.
So I am. This is the first time in a long time that I am excited for the season. Normally it's like, oh shit, here we go. You know what I mean? The coaching hire with D'Amico to Bobby Slowick to the people he's brought in the building, and I like the fact that I feel like Nick Caserio has allowed D'Amico to put his stamp on this team and kind of go, hey, look, you take this team and you build it how you want to build it. Communicate with me and I'll help out the best way I can, as opposed to Nick and even, you know, the devil of them all, Jack Easterby. I felt like they were just, you know, they had to have their hands in everything, and I felt like it ruined it. I kind of equated it to the Jerry Jones stuff with him being the GM out there in Dallas.
Yeah.
You can't do it all. You know what I mean? And so I feel like the organization has set up D'Amico for success, and they've allowed him to come in and just do what he wants and build the franchise from the ground up in the direction he sees fit.
Yeah, and I think something we were big on was just that hire itself. We just talked about that might be the only hire you make that gets Houston fans bought back in, right? You're talking about color changes. You're talking – but when you have your introduction conference and you have all your greats in the building shaking their heads like wanting that guy to be your guy, I think it's pretty easy for your season ticket holder to get back in the group. And then the draft strategy, like picking 2, then 3, it showed you that they were linked in this, right? Like, because I think Caserio wanted one, maybe the other. We'll get them both. And I think that was a good thing that they did, because it gets away from that tension. I think you brought in the playmakers, man. And I've always been an optimist with the Texans, but last year I was watching Red Zone and I was worried about fantasy football in that first window. And normally that was a Texan window, right? So just get me back in front of the TV from 12 to 3, I say, would be a good start, you know?
Yeah, and the fact that when they did the D'Amico hire, it was like, if I'm not mistaken, like a 4 or 5 year deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
which doesn't mean a lot in the grand scheme of things.
6 years, yeah, 6, yeah.
But, which doesn't mean a lot, because contracts could be like 8 years long, and players get traded regardless or whatever. But the fact that they did it that way, it was kind of like a message to the fan base.
We're in it for the long run.
Like, we're here we're gonna change. We know what's been going on the past few years. Bill O'Brien left, and we thought that was gonna be where the change was gonna start, and obviously it wasn't. No. And then with the Jack Easterby thing, I feel like the D'Amico hire, and like you said, all the people he's brought with him, it's just like keep showcasing to the fan base.
A big one for me was the Jimmy Ward signing. To bring him from San Francisco, the poaching of that, it's about the D'Amico player coach ability, right? And that's me and AJ talk about that shit all the time. You can be a great coach, but if you can't have that recruiting kind of pulse where you can get guys to come play for you, it don't matter, man. You need dudes. And I think D'Amico is going to bring in some dudes,
And this is people that all the other teams wanted.
Yes.
And
Jimmy Ward was on a contender. San Francisco.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it, right?
Yeah.
So like the fact that we got the Texans, like we're
that was chef kiss right there.
We know where the Texans sit in the tier list of NFL teams. So the fact that we got them, it's like, okay.
And teach our young secondary, that's important, man. We're young in the back end. Like, get those guys and follow Jimmy Ward to me, man, because he knows how to play all positions back there.
Yeah, and I think like last year, the Will Levis experiment or whatever, obviously that was bad. But I feel like we had
Davis Mills, sir.
Yeah,
Will Levis is the mayor.
Oh, yeah.
He's in the AFC South.
He's the mayo in the coffee, dude.
Before we were live, I told my guys that I just woke up like 2 hours ago. So bear with me. But
all right, Carlos.
But that whole thing didn't pan out. But we actually had a very solid draft last year, and with the draft that we had this year, like you said at the top of the show, man, like I'm excited. To see all these young players.
Yeah.
The ones from last year, they can only get better. Stingley's gonna get better. Kenyon Green is. I'm hoping he develops the potential where that we believe he can have. And then obviously, Will Anderson, CJ, like we're actually excited to see it on the field, man. And Damon Pierce, which was the highlight last year.
Shaq Mason trade to me is a big one, underrated. Yes. Might be the best signing other than Jimmy Ward, really. So.
Yeah, because you shore up their guard position, and all it could do is help mentor Kenyon Green to get better.
And so Go ahead. My bad, Rios.
Oh, and not get bulldozed into the quarterback like they did against the Eagles.
Oh,
Man,
yes.
that was embarrassing. Like, bro, how you sack your own quarterback?
It's awful. It is awful.
And
I
it's
put that up
always
there with the
interior.
butt fumble with Mark Sanchez. You know what I mean? I like the fact that the signings we made, people knocked on the Bobby Tree signing. Like he's a washed up veteran, which it is what it is. The veterans that we're bringing in are veterans who are leaders, and you're bringing them in to mentor the young ones, get the locker room mentality, get the camaraderie back to where it should be to have that winning franchise. And you can't do that with 1 year, 2 year guys. It takes veterans, it takes experience to bring that in, to develop that and teach them. So I think D'Amico, the player coach mentality that y'all were talking about, that's the aspect he brings that we haven't had in a long time.
Right. It's not about bringing this vets in and that's going to guarantee us more wins, right? They are coming here to mentor all these young guys.
Yes.
Who are very raw, very high potential guys, but
they need direction.
They need direction. They need.
How do you act in the meeting room? You do this when you live. This is when we get up. This is when we leave. I mean, it makes sense, man. It's big, for sure.
Yeah.
Because you got Robert Woods that played in the Super Bowl, was on a winning franchise. Jimmy Ward comes to the 49ers, perennial Super Bowl contenders year after year.
Because I don't really care that maybe they're a little bit washed up. This season we're not making the playoffs, and even if we are, we're not making a run anyway. Like this season, and probably next year as well, it's full on rebuilding, trying to get this team to that level where we can make postseason runs for the next 5-10 years.
And no one wants to hear this, but with the Bobby Trees, I think you don't want to know your receiver to block, but they run the ball in San Francisco, and you watch their receivers, they get after it. And that dude was a great blocking receiver. He's that Hines Ward motion guy, crack the backer. That's the shit that, Shanahan does to free up a lot of the run.
That's that West Coast offense.
Yes, and so that's a big thing for him too. He's going to come here and show these cats how we practice blocking, how we execute that in the game. Because if you can get it done on the perimeter, those things are going to the house instead of 10-yard gains. So I think there was some thought into it. But if we talk, like everybody said a position, we brought almost a leader in every position group. Yes. And that's what it takes, man. It's just a great hire by D'Amico, and they pretty much hadn't done anything to piss me off yet, so I'm good.
It feels like every decision they've been making is like adding one more puzzle piece into the whole picture, right?
Which has been the complete opposite the last few seasons. Like it's been a masterclass of ineptitude since that debacle against the Chiefs in the playoffs.
Yeah, really.
Real been saying this like for the past year. Like I feel like the past 5 years, every decision we make is like trying to fit circles into square holes. Like this doesn't make any sense.
Yes.
Like that game against the Chiefs, a small piece of my soul died.
It was the second half, right? I mean, because we were up
20-0.
quarters of football.
Yeah.
I'm like talking so much shit to all the Chiefs fans.
I'm like, there's no way they fucked this up. There's no way. I sat after the game was over. I just sat there, just looking dumb on the TV. Like,
awful.
What did I just?
You sat there. I was like, I cracked it open. I was like, that's it. To the dome. We're done.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna just pound them. Let me get them bears in me now.
I feel like we would have won it all if we would have beat the Chiefs.
We had a good chance. Yeah,
we did. Team, man.
It was a good squad.
Bill O'Brien, he was a good coach. When he got the manager bullshit, that's where it all went south, right? And he just tried to do too much. And, hey, take your ass on to New England, and we're going to be better for it. We got our guy. We got our guy.
So how's O'Brien going to follow up, blowing a 24-point lead? Oh, let me trade the best receiver for a half-eaten sandwich and David Johnson.
Right?
Boom.
Like, bro.
Hey, let me bring in Jack Easterby for morale. Jack Easterby for morale. Oh, okay.
For the culture.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're not the only team in our division who has made moves, right? The biggest move of the week, DeAndre Hopkins to the Titans. What are we thinking about that?
That's what I think of it. That's where receivers go to die. I hope he's going to be a real good blocker for Derrick Henry. For those 8 games, Henry plays.
I feel like, everybody was tying Hopkins to New England, right? And people brought up the Bill O'Brien aspect and stuff and how he doesn't want to go back to that. I think a lot of it came down to we're in this era in the NFL and even in the NBA that people want to play for a player's coach. I like Mike Vrabel. I think Vrabel is a hell of a coach, man. The energy he brings, the passion he brings, I think is what led to DeAndre there. And I think that's why he signed. There ain't no way in hell he goes there thinking he's going to get a ring. Money talks, bullshit walks.
I think a lot of it.
He got paid. Yeah, he got paid. But I think Vrabel had a little bit to do with that. I don't think that signing elevated them to a different tier.
It doesn't move the needle, right?
Nope, not at all. That's my opinion.
They're still fighting for third or fourth place, basically.
Yes. Yeah. I still think I think Jacksonville is 1. I think we're 2. And then I think Tennessee is 3 and Indianapolis is a long distance 4.
Yeah.
You don't think AR can turn it around?
If he does,
then I don't think AR is going to start the season. I think by week 6 when they're 1-5, or you know what I mean, that they go, hey, let's give him a shot.
Once the season's lost, they'll probably put him out there and get some experience.
Man, I think
he's gonna be a hell of a quarterback.
I heard from Irsay though that he's like the only way he's gonna learn is to play. I think he might be the starter week 1, bro.
Yeah, I think
he's gonna struggle mightily.
Oh no, he will, dude. Exactly. I mean, I'm not big. Like, his upside's good. I just think our division's up for grabs, and if people sleep on us, and I know I'm an optimistic kind of homer guy at heart, but I feel like I got a little backing right here, man, because we were in ball games last year. If people don't want to believe it or not,
with Davis as a quarterback,
with nothing in ineptitude, coaching, like literally nothing, and I feel like we're steered in the right direction, and I'd like to see what happens if the health stays there, But
I told the boys I see us winning the division. Like I'm the pessimist of the group, and if I'm optimistic, that should say a lot because I have not been optimistic.
Jacksonville showed me last year.
You can turn it around
the progress they've made, it's like real progress. It hasn't been like a fluke.
Correct.
And so I feel like they've gained my respect so far as the
yes.
I believe.
Well, with Jacksonville, it was the coaching change.
Yeah.
Peterson. Yeah, I knew it was going to happen.
100%.
I'm not saying that we're going to be like that far behind. I say we can make the division competitive because our division has been trashed for the last few years. I feel like we can make the division competitive and take it to Jacksonville, but I still feel that they're going to end up top of the division.
Yeah, I agree with you. Now, I think next year after this upcoming season, I think we're flipping the switch. I think we take it over then. I do think that one of the most underrated signings we did was Dalton Schultz at the tight end spot. I think he's going to be a safety blanket for CJ. And people are talking about how there's going to be a quarterback competition. There ain't no way in hell there's a quarterback competition going into it. I mean, you might have to say that for politics or whatever, but it's CJ's team from Jump Street. Right now, it's his team till the end,
I heard he's taking it too, man. I heard his leadership's been off the charts.
Hey, you're saying that because you're a damn Ohio State Duke fan.
AJ,
get out of town right now.
What did I say early on with the Ohio State shit? I said, I've never beaten my chest for an Ohio State quarterback, but this one's different. He is. He's a thrower of the football. He don't even run. Georgia's the only time he's ever ran in college it's just not in his name. He can do it, and that's why he did that. He wanted to show
he had to.
He heard it. And then I hear his interviews. I'm like, I like this freaking kid, man.
It's crazy. Like some of these older vets, like Larry Tunsil's, like that's QB1. Like they all brag about his leadership. This is like a kid, and he's basically taking over the building. Like they all see him. He's the guy.
He can dot the ball.
It's him, Davis Mills. Now I do love me some Case Keenum. I'm a U of A student, so I love me some Case. All day, every day.
Oh, y'all shocking right now? Shaka.
That's it, baby. Rep it.
Yeah. No, it's funny. I had a class with him. It was a history class back in 03.
Okay.
Actually, we had a class together. I sat next to him. We weren't great friends, but
did he have a hot girlfriend? That's the question. He had to have a smoking hot girlfriend.
I honestly don't.
I don't know. Yeah.
I looks like that dude who's into more personality than anything.
Facts.
Man, you a quarterback at the school. You better.
Yeah.
Facts.
Ouch.
But going back to the Titans, though, I just want to ask this: were you guys surprised at all that they made the move from Hopkins, given that their whole situation is very lackluster right now?
It's confusing, honestly. Like, are we rebuilding? Are we trying to contend?
It doesn't make sense from the Titans' perspective. I don't think it makes any sense. For Hopkins' perspective, I also don't think it makes sense. I thought he would get 100%.
Keep AJ Brown would have been a great thing. Pay him that money.
Emerging superstar, 25 years old. Like, why not pay him? Nah, we're good.
We're good. We'll pay Hopkins that. Yeah. Like that's odd. I mean, and I think that he offered him 18 and he turned it, but whatever. Don't trade that guy. You would have been better. Like,
because if Hopkins goes to a contender this year, let's say it's like a 1 year, 2 year deal, he can secure a spot like in a good contending team, maybe even get a ring. Then you opt out, and then you get paid elsewhere, right? Because he's still young enough that he can still get that big contract. Right?
Yeah, because his game's not based off physicality. It's based off route running, hands, winning
contested catches, right?
Contested catches.
So he could have gone anywhere else. Like I thought, they were saying like the New England Patriots. I don't think they were going to be a contender. But like I heard maybe the Bills could make it happen.
Chiefs should have got him.
Chiefs could have made it happen.
The thing is, he wanted to get paid, and those guys wanted him.
That's it.
But that's the thing that you go to for the ring and the legacy, and then you can go to
get the bag.
A Tampa Bay or a freaking.
He already got the bag, right? I mean, he said 2 bags.
Exactly. It just didn't make any sense to me from his perspective. But the Titans is like Henry. His legs are slowing down.
The injuries are piling up.
The injuries are piling up. They don't know what they're doing with quarterbacks, right? Like there's people are saying Tannehill's probably going to start 6, and then depending how it goes, maybe they'll switch it up.
Tannehill will keep that job, I think.
Maybe with Hopkins on the line.
I mean, I hate to say it. He's not great, but I wasn't a Levis guy. We hated Levis at the draft. I ain't buying his shit.
Started.
Bro, when I heard about the mayo and the coffee, I was like, I don't want
anti-Levis.
As far away from my organization as possible.
6th round at best, but no, he was in the 2nd round. Like, still too high.
I'm with you.
Yeah, and I don't know, man. It just didn't make any sense. I feel like we're saying the Titans are going to be on that 3rd spot. I feel like if AR gets the freedom to play like we know he can, I wouldn't be surprised if the Titans, I don't know, just flame out.
Well, with AR, there's basically 1 or 2 scenarios going to happen. It's going to either be Cam Newton's rookie year, because when Cam Newton came out, there was a lot of question marks on his accuracy, and he proved a lot of people wrong. But it could also go the other way. You could see the bad version of AR at Florida when he was throwing at guys' feet.
Yeah, I mean,
all the time in the pocket, you throw it at their feet. Like it could go either 1 or 2. He's either going to be Cam Newton rookie season, or he
could go Justin Fields on him and go for 120 rushing a game, and they could be beating people up with their defense. I don't know.
Honestly,
they're explosive. I mean, they're
going to run the double wishbone offense.
Yeah, that's facts. Yeah. Oh man, listen. I'm not digressing here, but I had one of my athletic directors when I was coaching. He ran the wishbone offense, and holy shit,
paint dry.
That thing, I can't stand it. I hate it with the passion. Yeah,
because when I played football, like in middle school and high school, that's when we ran. We rarely threw the ball. I'm like, why? The receivers are wide open. Like, why not throw the ball?
Yeah, it's third and 11. Hey, we're gonna run a veer.
Run it.
You know,
we're gonna run through the A gap. I'm like,
exactly.
We've gotten 0 yards through the A gap. Why do we keep going that way?
When I used to go to the high school games, they never threw the goddamn ball.
Mm-hmm. It was infuriating. I played corner. I had the easiest job on the field. I played corner. I was just out there just running laps.
When they did, that shit was so inaccurate. That would be like, that's what we're not throwing. I got it. Okay.
Yep.
I was out there running laps with the wide receivers because we're not. They're not going to
ain't throwing the ball.
Why are we out here? Like, what am I doing? Nope. Why am I even covering you?
Ain't nobody throwing it.
You look forward to 7-on-7 and shit. Like, 7-on-7, get the ball.
Get the throw finally.
My time.
Yes. Yeah.
Big boys are at home.
So let me ask you all this. We've been asking every single guest we've had this offseason. What is our record come season's end for the Texans?
Go ahead, Froome. You go first.
Man, I'm an optimist, bro. I feel like D'Amico, the D that played last year, y'all are going to laugh at me. We're going to be 10-7.
Bro, Hey, all right, listen.
Same.
Okay.
Who in the division
I'm gonna make
scares
it.
you?
Listen. I'm not talking. Okay, I'm
10
gonna
and
throw it out
7.
there right
That's
now.
6 wins.
Right now, if we are not 10 and 7, put your money where your mouth is. You got to go get a CJ Stroud tattoo on your calf.
No.
What you mean, no? Not there. Put the Stroud on it. We're degenerates. This is what we do, bro.
Not for 10 wins. Not for 10 wins. What's Vegas' over on them? What is it?
Right now, it's at 6.5.
Yeah,
I'm pounding that.
7.
That's easy money. I'll put $1,000 on that.
All right.
I'm taking that bet.
So
you
I'm
want to make a
thinking,
bet
I'm
right
thinking
now?
like I feel like it's a good bet. 6.5. I feel like the over is a good bet.
Yes.
But like
17 games.
optimistically speaking, 7 or 8. I feel like it's our ceiling right now.
I'm higher on them than y'all.
The way I see
can
it, I see 7 as the floor. 10, 11 is probably the ceiling. Look at last year.
7 is,
I could be 9 and 8. Like 10 is maybe high because 17 games, right? 10 and 6 would. 9 and 8 is. 9 wins to me is very in grasp for this team. Even though Jacksonville came on, they don't scare us. We beat them numerous of times. Colts, everybody in the division, we play well against. None of them like have us. It's not Peyton Manning and the Colts, right? So
yeah,
that division, that's easy.
Look at last year, all the one-score games we lost because Davis Mills,
fumbling
the ball, throwing pick sixes, like not being able to score the tie, week 1, and then
going for a tie.
You're up 20-3, week 1. Like I was there thinking, it's like, what are we doing? How did this happen? I don't know, man. It was probably a little. Hearing it out loud is kind of crazy.
Because honestly, last year with competent quarterback play, we're probably 7, 8 wins last year with a worse team. I think this year 7 should be the floor.
So y'all are smashing
even.
I'm smashing it.
Definitely. Even with a rookie quarter, I think CJ as a rookie is gonna be better than Davis Mills.
But think about it. I think we split it with Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
I think we beat the Colts both times.
Yes, I'm with
Colts
you.
Colts and Titans.
Tennessee, we might split it because you have to remember.
That's 4.
Henry goes for 300 yards every single time he comes against our defense.
Not a D'Amico D though, man. It ain't happening.
We haven't seen it yet. We haven't seen D'Amico with the Steamies yet, right?
Yeah.
So,
I see it though. I know what you're saying. I was being very crazy.
That's 5 wins in the division, right?
So all right, that's 4. So you got two with the Colts, 1 with Jacksonville, 1 with Tennessee.
Yeah, okay. So that's
all right. So now you got the Saints.
You got the Saints.
That should be a win.
Okay.
We should beat them. We got the Dolphins, which was
division sucks worse than ours.
That's a loss.
Yeah, Dolphins were losing.
New England, you got
New England would be interesting.
All right.
The NFC South, it should be a sweep. The NFC South should be a sweep.
Cleveland, Baltimore.
We held
Baltimore.
Deshaun had 150 yards against Cleveland at home. We lost that game because of incompetent play. If we had anything on offense, we win that game hands down. Do we not?
I'll be honest with you. I don't give a shit what we do. I just want us to make progress. What we're building is not a 1 year make it or break it, in my opinion. This is going to take 2 and 3 years. So if at the end of the season I see some progress made and D'Amico has the team going in the right direction, I'm excited. I just want us to have a better record than Cleveland. That's all I care about.
Yes.
I don't give a shit what happens.
I'll be happy with 7 wins.
I'm praying for Cleveland's downfall because I want that high draft pick.
Absolutely. As long as we have a better record. Yeah. Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yes, that's who I want.
Yeah, whatever it takes. We shouldn't have gave up the damn pick.
No, you can't say we got CJ Will, bro.
Yeah,
it's probably.
I know, but that's Marvin Harrison shit. He's gonna go like top 4. He's gonna go Jamar Chase-ish. Like that dude is the dude. That's happening.
Yeah,
he's gonna be top 4, I bet.
Well, hopefully Cleveland goes 0-17 and we get the number 1 overall pick.
Absolutely, I'm celebrating.
And the thing is, we saw this year that Nick Caserio and D'Amico, they're not afraid to trade up to get the guy that they want, right?
Yeah.
So
the entire draft, they moved up to get their guys.
Yeah,
exactly. So next year, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't end with the draft with the pick that we want. I wouldn't be surprised if we tried to trade up again.
Yep, I agree with you.
I don't think teams out there are scared of us right now.
They're not.
They're not going to be like, I don't want to give them what they want right now or whatever.
That's where you want people, though. I don't want you scared of me. Come in with a lackluster attitude because we're playing the Texans, right? Cool. Yeah. Like the Eagles did. I mean, we played the Eagles hard. What was it? A Thursday night game?
Yeah.
Eagles are undefeated, and I thought we were going to beat them with the shit team. That's my point. Like, this team played hard, and we were in games. People are sleeping on this team. 6.5 is super low in Vegas. That's a given, and I will book that shit.
I mean, look at the game against the Chiefs. We took them to overtime. Again, Davis Mills fumbling at the end gave them the game. Like, what are you doing, man? Like,
and you have those guys back, and you only got better. Like, you got rid of all the bullshit cap stuff. Yeah. I think that's
got
why
better,
I'm optimistic.
Easier schedule. Like, we got one of the easiest. We got a cupcake schedule. The NFC South, the AFC
our
South.
Our schedule is easy.
That was why
I do agree with you. So I agree. I'm on the over of the 6.5.
Yeah, I'm also on the over.
It's hot.
Yeah,
I don't know about no 10 wins. Though.
Yeah, I was setting. We went 6.5. 10 is
the
high point.
Yeah, I got you.
Like I said, floor and ceiling. Floor, I think at 7. Floor is 7. Ceiling is probably 10. 11, I'll be through the moon.
Shit, I'll be through the moon with 7.
Because I don't think this team is a playoff team at all.
No, I don't either. The only thing that helps us.
Look, I love Froome's face when we said that. He's just like, I don't know, man.
Well, 7. The AFC's tough. I'll give it's hard. Like the Charge, you have a lot of teams in the AFC, so that would be what would keep us out to me. It wouldn't be the record. It would be just that teams
win your
are better.
division.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like win the division. My prediction was we win the division, make it to the. We're losing the wild card for sure, but hey, there's good experience with these young kids.
Yeah,
playoff atmosphere, like playing in a game that really matters in January, and then all you can do is build from there. At this point,
it kind of depends a lot on Jacksonville, right? Because I feel like it's their division to win.
No doubt.
Yes.
But if they fumble it at some point in the season, let's say we don't split it with Jacksonville. Let's say we beat them both times. Because remember, last year we had a really close game and then we had a blowout.
Yeah.
Oh, they got dog walked on Fan Appreciation Day of all days.
Yes.
It was so depressing.
That shit for nothing. Man.
It felt like little Duval in there. Like, what's going on in here, man? Like, this is more
every game.
Speaking of fan appreciation, the game against Pittsburgh when they were retiring JJ shit, we're gonna win that one. So that's another dub.
Got to
on the win column.
I'm trying to go to that game so hard.
I'm definitely going to that game.
Hey, if y'all go, we got season tickets. So if y'all go, hit me up. We'll link up.
Hey,
definitely season tickets, bro.
He's the mayor, man. This guy's the mayor, aka.
You're dumb.
No,
you're dumb. But anyways, if y'all go, hit me up. We'll link up.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm definitely gonna go.
Yeah,
come on, they're tying JJ's number. Like,
yeah,
that's a must for any fan. Like,
and his brother's gonna be in the building, like both of them, right?
I know,
yeah, they're both there.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
that's October 1st.
It's in October. I can't remember which day.
Yeah,
it's in October. I'll probably be drunk before kickoff.
Yeah, October 1st. Yep.
Because I'm definitely gonna hit up the tailgates.
Tailgating, baby, come on.
Bro, the tailgates are gonna be wild.
No,
you already know.
Yeah.
Hey, hands down, best tailgaters, the Bills fans. Bro, we got there at I want to say got there around like maybe 10:30. By like 11 o'clock, I was plastered. I don't remember. I don't remember being at the game. I'm like,
you're eating northern food. You're like, what is this? What is this?
I got a video. I got a video from tailgating at the Bills game, and they did the table dive or jump or whatever they do.
I saw a few of them.
It's like 10:30 in the morning. He's hammered, just diving. I'm like, oh my god, bro, yeah.
No, it's funny because I was with my ex-girlfriend at the time. We parked, and as soon as we walked by this tailgate, like they threw us 2 beers. Like, here you go, guys. Like, oh, okay.
Hell yeah,
cool.
That's it.
Thanks. Yeah, like, you want some more?
Yeah.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Like, keep them coming, man. Keep them coming.
All right, let's. She's 5 foot nothing, 100 pounds. She was. I had to carry her to the stadium. Basically, she was done.
Damn, one of those.
You about to get kicked out.
His new one can carry him.
Oh, yeah. She cannot. Funny story. She almost got arrested.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, she got into someone and 5 foot little nothing Pakistani girl just turned into a whole different person when she was drunk.
Hills Mafia, what?
Yeah, basically.
5 foot Mafia.
That's awesome.
No, it's funny because we got separated and it was after the game was over. We're walking. I'm like, I see 4 cops escorting this little girl. Like, oh, that seems excessive.
Like, oh shit, that's my girl.
Oh, that's her. Oh shit. Stop.
I'll be like, what you do? What you do?
Yeah.
I don't know her.
That's
it.
No, she tried to fight a cop. That's what she did.
That's never.
Oh shit! That's a lose-lose situation.
We have seen that situation play out very poorly for a while.
Yeah.
Whoa, sorry.
So let's switch it up a little bit. We've been talking a lot of Texans. Let's talk, because we don't get to do this a lot. Let's talk some Rockets.
Yo.
Oh, I got the game on right now, right in front of me. Watch
Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Hey man, Cam Whitmore steal the draft.
MVP. Summer League MVP right there.
What are we thinking about Summer League so far? Because we know Summer League doesn't mean a thing. But if
you're a true basketball enthusiast, you live for Summer League, because you get to see these young guys, fresh out of college, just balling.
It's kind of like the preseason for the NFL.
It kind of is, but I mean, you look at all the Summer League MVPs, nobody has ever been an All-Star.
Yes.
So
it's like, you get a small taste of what some of these young guys can do against better competition than in college.
How are you guys feeling with our draft picks? Cam Whitmore obviously fell to us, like, surprisingly. I didn't think he was going to
steal of the draft, man.
Facts.
That's our small forward of the future.
I love the fact that we got Cam Whitmore, and I love the fact that when they interviewed Stone and Ime, they were asking about Cam, and they both said that they called, like when he fell, I think like 14 or 15. They were calling trying to trade, but the teams kept saying, "We're not drafting him. We're not drafting him. We're not drafting him." So they just kept holding on. Yeah, everybody was.
I'm drafting him.
Because maybe not like top 5, top 10 or whatever, but he
was projected top 5. He was the top 5.
After top 10, if I'm any team, I might just take a swing at it, right?
I don't get it. Like, the medical concerns, like, what? Look at the kid playing now. Like, what medical concerns were you guys worried about? Like,
I mean, you never know, right? Because injury, we know players that come into the league, they get injured like year 1, and then they're never the same. But he fell to us like a 20th pick or something?
20. Yeah, 20. Got him with a 20th pick.
At that point, even if he's a bust, I'm not even that upset about it.
No, heck no, you can't be. It's a 20th overall.
It's the NBA 20. That's like the NFL 3rd or 4th, right? Like
exactly.
Way it goes. So.
Well, what them is crazy. Like, we basically got 2 top 5 picks in the first round.
Yes,
it's like the Texans. Very similar draft. You got 2 of the best guys, in your first round. Like,
Amen Thompson is the CJ Stroud. Cam is the Will Anderson.
It feels that way, doesn't it? It kind of feels that way.
And again, and this is the first time I feel like in a long time that the entire Houston city and surrounding areas are excited for Rockets, Texans, and Astros all at one time.
The age, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
You got the point guard of the future, right? KPJ probably going to be a 6-man. You got Jalen, who's a bucket.
Yep.
Cam, who if the 3 can keep falling and the athleticism doesn't go away, he can be that small forward.
Your future, yeah.
You got Jabari, who has been looking pretty good in Summer League.
Looks great, man.
Yeah, he averaged 35 in 2 games.
Yeah, he looked
2 games.
You can see the confidence pouring out, because I feel like last year he was a little bit in his shell.
Yeah, he came on a little late, but it was bad early.
The problem was, Silas wasn't calling plays for him. Like, bro, like,
no.
Silas, what are you doing?
I didn't know what Silas was.
Spot-up shooter.
But Sengun was probably our best player.
Hell yeah.
Of the season, and he decided not to play him at all.
Not playing, not run plays. I'm like, what are we doing?
It's optimistic for the Rockets, man. They're young. And I know the Brooks signing people hate, but that was an Udoka. Like, they want some defensive stamp on this team, dude. We've let up too many points the last couple years.
Yeah.
And that was a defensive signing, nothing else. It's not for his offense. It was for being a dog on defense. He poked LeBron. That was stupid. And he learned his lesson, right? But that dude, I watched him with Harden. He would roll that ball, and he would check Harden the whole court. Harden might go for 38 on him. I saw him go for 24 on him. But I want the guy who will take the best player on the court the whole court. That's a dude to me.
I do believe it's a.
You need some dogs on your team. Dogs, DAWGs.
Most fans don't like it because of what he did in the postseason and his antics for the year.
So if I'm a LeBron hater, I like it. Even though LeBron showed me, hey, all right, I'm 38 and still rocking. Like, that dude is on a different
The thing is like the 80 million. I feel like that was a bit of an overpay.
Oh,
I mean, that's
my problem.
But
was the money aspect of it.
It gets less at the end. They pay him more this year, and the next they can get out of it after 3.
Who were we competing with?
That's my thing.
No, it seemed like nobody else wanted it. Why couldn't we do 4 years, 60 million?
I did read that Milwaukee.
Somebody was going to pay him, bro.
Milwaukee, maybe Dallas were looking.
The Lakers were looking.
Dallas ain't gonna pay nobody shit, bro. Dallas.
That's what I'm saying.
Dallas
so you
is
might have been in
expensive,
competition, but and then on the flip side to it, I'm gonna be devil's advocate here, but I agree with what you're saying, Poppy. On the flip side to it, when as an organization you are terrible, in order to get that leadership, in order to get those roles filled and those veterans, you got to throw a little more out than Milwaukee would, than what Dallas would.
Well, so I call it the shitty team tax.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shitty team, and you gotta pay.
You gotta pay for it.
Like I said, I agree with you. It was a 100% defense play because Sengun, as good as he is, he's not a defender.
Liability, man.
Jalen Green is a walking bucket, and that's about it.
But he's a liability. He don't fill up the stat sheet for shit. It's points and nothing else. He won't have 3 of anything else.
Jabari seems to be has the potential
he can
to be
play.
a two-way player for sure. But we still got to see more of that.
Eason can play defense. We got 4 dogs like Whitmore, Eason. These
Jabari.
guys. Adoku's not going to let you play if you don't dog out on D, or you're going to give me effort at least.
And
you don't get
offensively. Freddie VanVleet.
Oh, he can play.
That's a borderline all-star.
He's clutch.
You know what I mean? And the fact that you got him on a 3-year, but the 3rd year is a team option.
Yeah,
that was phenomenal.
He's a winner. He's a proven winner.
Yes,
it's a win-win.
Yeah, which is something that this team needs. Like, do you remember when John Wall got traded to the Clippers, and then he was on that podcast and he mentioned, all these young guys get away with too much shit. They don't know the grind. They don't know all this stuff. I thought that John Wall would, once Harden got traded and all that fell through, I feel like John Wall's role was going to become, okay, I'm going to be the vet that's going to teach these kids how to play.
How to be pro. How to be pros.
And it seemed like he didn't have success doing that. So I'm hoping that Fred coming in, he's going to now fulfill that role. Again, it's kind of like bringing these vets with the Texans. We're not here to increase the win column.
Mm-hmm. We're here to
these
mentor
vets
the young
are
guys.
here to get these players to the level where 2 years, 3 years from now, they're going to be competing against some of these other teams, right?
Yep.
Yeah, because with the NBA rookies, it takes about 3 years for them to reach their potential. It's different in the NFL.
They're
you
so
need 2
young.
to 3 years.
They got to put on man weight, bro. Like you're
exactly.
a string bean. These are men.
As I don't like how much money we threw at the problem, like you said, the shitty team tax, I'd much rather do what we just did than bring Harden back.
Oh, hell yeah.
It seemed like a real possibility, and I was against it from day one. I love Harden. He's a legend here in H-Town. But
no doubt.
But we're good. He was going to set this team back a few years. Because we were going to have to trade one of the pieces, right?
And you heard Jalen Green. He was in an interview. I don't remember who it was with.
It was on the Paul George podcast.
Paul George podcast.
Yeah, Paul George. Yeah. You heard what he said, like there was good things, but there's also bad things about it too. So I appreciated the fact that he was real and honest about it.
Yeah.
And then, reports came out that Harden saw it and
I bet you Harden
did not like that. Yeah.
But he was being honest.
Me, kid?
But he was being honest because basically it was gonna be the James Harden show. And he's not the type of guy to develop like these younger guys.
Adoko wasn't having it, man.
He doesn't. No, because Harden doesn't put the effort on defense. And again, what's he gonna do? Mention them to be budgets in the strip club.
The ball
there.
The ball gets sticky. It sticks to one spot. He kicks it away with 3 seconds on the shot clock. I mean, he's a great player, Houston legend. We don't need round 2. We're good. We got our assets. We're money. We're moving forward, and I love it. And it goes back to the hiring of the coaches, man. The Rockets and the Texans made the right hires, and I think it's imprinted on the offseason. It's imprinted the way the summer league's playing. They're gritty. They're playing tough. I haven't seen them have a game within 10 points the whole time. They're not.
Yep. So let me ask you this. I'm sorry that I cut you off.
No, you're good.
When we announced the Udoka hire, right? Because there were a few coaches out there looking for the team. I was kind of hoping we would go for the Nick Nurse.
Me too.
Yes.
Not coaching. Udoka, I feel like with the whole Celtics thing that happened, it's not like I was against it, but it wasn't like on my mind so much. I was really going for Nick Nurse, and I feel like he probably would have been the best hire. But Udoka, the way the draft went, the way the all season has gone so far, and the way we're playing in the summer league, I'm just like, okay, so maybe this was the right direction for right now.
Yes. So I'm gonna. I agree with everything you're saying. I'm gonna add to it. I think the Rockets, and I'm gonna compare them to the Texans again. Every move they made, from the coaching aspect to the free agent signings to the draft, they've emulated each other. I feel like the Rockets are in a position to actually make the playoffs or the play-in tournament at least.
Something.
You know what I mean? So if we don't do that, I think the season's a failure.
If we don't make it to the play-in?
If we don't make it to the play-in, I think the season is
because basically the play-in is basically the top 10 teams in the conference.
Yeah,
and so, there's only 16.
And the moves you made, Jalen, Freddie VanVleet, Brooks, Alpi, Jabari, Tari. I mean, and then the KP. Everybody forgets about KPJ. He might end up coming off the bench, bro.
If he does, he's gonna win 6 Man of the Year.
So that's what I'm saying.
I can see him being Armando Ginobili. Yes. He should be a starter. He would be a starter on most teams, but he's our 6 man and running the second unit. Like you need those guys in the NBA.
I do feel like offensively they need to do. I mean, I know Alpi can't shoot it like Jokic, but they need to take a page out of that book. You need to get him involved at the top of the key. Let him with his vision, back cuts, all that overplaying to the 3-point shot. It needs to center on that guy more. And he has to be a center of that. And like you said, like he didn't play at times last year. And you're like, why is he not on the floor? That kid can play. Offensively, you have to take advantage of the pick and roll with him, man, because his vision's too good. He's going to find the guy.
His vision is passing.
And if Jabari can keep the three falling and Cam can be as good as we think he can, like we have like the 3-point shot is gonna be like back when Harden was here. You know, we have PJ Tucker in the corner, we have Aaron Gordon top of the key. Like anybody can shoot, anybody can take a shot.
And think of the length you have to switch on defenders. You don't have to you will switch a lot. You can switch everything with some of these lineups, because everybody's got this 6'7" plus and long arms, very active, and that's what you want.
Yeah, besides Van Vliet, everyone's 6'7" and up. They're all tall, lanky.
I feel like we're still missing like a strong defensive rim protector.
Oh yeah, we are.
I think Jabari can do the job defensively.
Lockdale. That dude hustled, man. He hustled his ass off in that series with Phoenix, and he gave them problems.
I was really hoping for Brook Lopez. I'm not gonna lie.
Me too.
Brook Lopez would have been an amazing sign.
Slam dunk.
Mm-hmm. But he backed out the last second. Like, bro, how you gonna say yes and then back out at the last second?
Yes, I was hoping for a Brook Lopez signing.
But I think it's like if we would have gone Brook, we wouldn't have. I don't think we would have made the move for Fred. I don't believe.
Yeah,
somebody would have had to go.
Exactly.
Money wise, you know what I mean. But I'm excited for the Rockets. It's like they're going in unison with each other.
They're going in the right direction, and the Astros, the team to
beat. Still got picks, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Let's say a year or two down the line, we can use like Fred's salary, put a couple of picks in there, and get.
So and I could be completely off base here. If Amen Thompson develops quickly, I think Freddie VanVleet is gone after this year, because you have a lot of teams who are going to look at his contract and say, "Oh, he only has 1 year left with a team option after the following season," so they can trade for him. So I feel like after this season, if Freddie has an all-star season and Amen progresses in the correct direction, I could see us trading Amen for more assets.
Do you know? I
mean Freddie for more assets. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you want to sell high.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
And I heard there's some stuff in those contracts, because I read a breakdown, because Brooks goes down every year, and I think it ends on 20 million, starts at 23. And with VanVleet, there's even some incentives that make it more trade laden for a team, like makes them more intrigued to trade for him. They did that. Stone did that knowing we need it now. We got to get people in this building again and compete. Really, let's compete. And if everything goes great, we'll keep you. But if not, again, young talent develops. easily shippable contract. It's not going to be unapproachable. And the salary cap rises 8 to 10% a year anyway. $20 million today is
nothing extra.
It'll be nothing. It's not the same. It's not comparative data, right? So I think that's another thinking behind it. And it's another reason I think we got the right people in the spot, right? Like,
and I'm not gonna lie to you guys. The new CBA rules, I'm not too locked into that and how that's gonna change it a few years from now. But I feel like the Rockets are moving in the right direction. The one thing though that you guys mentioned, like if we don't make the play-in, it's gonna be a failure. You got to remember, we're not the only team in the West that had a decent draft pick. We're forgetting about Wemby, and
I'm not worried about Wemby.
And I know I'm sure you're gonna shit on it, but
go ahead.
It's not just Wemby. People keep thinking it's just Wemby. It's not. It's Wemby in San Antonio with Pop. Like it's a whole different thing. I'm not gonna say he's gonna turn him into Tim Duncan in a year, but you look at all the teams in the West last year, right? All the teams in the West, they either got better or stayed the same. Nobody really became that much worse.
Right.
And then you got San Antonio, you got OKC, who's they're only gonna get.
They're good. They'll be good. Like they were
on the
rise.
Really good young
OKC can play.
OKC has so many picks. They like one off season they could just trade like 8 of them and become a contender.
We're 2 to them, right? I think we have the second most draft capital. They're by far number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel their picks are more valuable than ours.
No, they are.
I agree. Yeah, because theirs are unprotected. Ours are. We have a couple protected picks, but all of theirs are unprotected.
We have a bunch of other stuff, but like OKC is another one of those teams. Like in a year, they could be like a top 3 seed, right? So I don't think if we don't make the play-in, it's gonna be a failure. I feel like it will be a failure if we're like bottom of the barrel once again.
Yeah, if we're winning 20 games, definitely.
It's been a really good offseason. So. But go ahead, you can shut up Wemby all you want. Go ahead.
Well, no. I'm not gonna diss on Wemby, but
I will. I pray for his downfall.
From jump.
Dude, you were singing his praises before.
I've been wanting
to until he cheered when we got the number 4 pick. He cheered.
He cheered for even before that when there was 2 players in this draft I did not want. I didn't want Wemby, and I didn't want Brandon Miller.
I didn't want him.
I was a scoot guy, and then when I saw we got 4, I became an amen guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I wanted one of those 2 players. I want nothing to do with Wemby. I don't think that he is going to develop how he needs to develop in order to be that number 1, have that number 1 overall pick career. I don't. I think he's going to be very weak. I don't think he's going to be able to handle playing a 5. And so, okay, hang on. And some people are saying, "Oh, Kevin Durant don't play the 5. He don't." So you mean to tell me that Wemby is going to be able to go against Jokic, Joel Embiid, and people hate on DeAndre Ayton? I mean, there's other 5. There's other big men who are going to dominate him. Go ahead. And you're itching right now. I see it.
Not even that. Look at LeBron did. Look at LeBron did to Chet.
No.
That come for a whole year.
Two things.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. 2 things. Again, he's with Greg Popovich. Okay.
Yes.
He's with Greg Popovich. So
let me ask you this: Who else is on the Spurs roster? Name another Spurs player.
I dare you. When Tim got there, the roster was ass too. Okay, like you got to remember, like
they still had David Robinson.
But listen, Greg Popovich is not gonna like turn him into a man beater like on year 1. But the other thing that Wemby has said through this whole media thing leading up to the draft, and now he doesn't want to play the 5. He wants to play the 4.
He's not going to defend the 5.
It's not going to work.
Why would Greg? Because Greg knows exactly what you're talking about, AJ. He knows he's probably not going to be able to defend the Jokic of the world, the Embiids, the Aytons, right?
He can if they extend out. You just can't have him back.
Put him against those guys week in, week out. He's not going to do that.
Yeah.
He's going to play to his strengths, which is like give him the ball, break a few ankles, get into the basket, and he can do layups from like 13 feet out because motherfucker's longer than a fucking roast, bro. But like he's gonna play Wemby to his strengths.
Let me throw something out there for you. And this again, it's my opinion. You disagree 100%. I get it. I like having these type of conversations. You bring up Tim Duncan. Greg Popovich is 74 damn years old.
Yeah, he's a different guy. He only signed the contract because he got the pick. Like that's
the dude is old, bro. So at some point in time, he's gonna look and go, I'm done. I can't do this anymore with this guy. I just don't see it. I get the infatuation. I do. I get it. I get the infatuation with it. I'm not knocking it. I just didn't want him on the Rockets. I didn't. It's like last year. I didn't want Chet Holmgren. I did not want Chet.
I didn't want Chet. Yeah.
Now Chet could turn out to be.
He can play, man.
And also,
they got to put on weight.
I'm with you.
Got to put on weight.
They do got to put on weight. Remember,
Giannis
came into the league.
These are kids are 18,
came into
19.
the league like 195 pounds.
He's put on 55 pounds. I read the other day.
Exactly. So
since he entered, like, come on.
Chet?
No, Giannis.
Giannis.
Oh, Giannis.
He wasn't the killer. He was.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
And I feel people like players like Wemby and players like Chet can do that as well.
Over time,
I'm with you.
Encouraging about this guy is that he doesn't like to party. He's a worker, hooping, right? That's what you love about him. But if health stays there, this is going to be great.
You say that he was in France. What they do in France? Ain't nobody partying in France. The dudes in Texas now, though. Them San Antonio, him and Carlos gonna be. I think I'm the boardwalk with it,
I mean, the river.
The San Antonio boys.
Yeah, they're gonna be at the perfect 10 down there at the spot with the dancers.
River walking for days. Baby.
Yeah.
Moonwalk, we river walk. Man.
No, I'm just really being a hater because the booing aspect. But even before that,
you were on Scoot big time.
Yeah, I'm a Scoot guy.
Yeah, Scoot would have been my number one.
He's a bucket, bro. That dude can play.
I'm a Scoot guy. But
Wemby, I was good on if we got him because I know this team needs defense, rim protection.
Yeah,
like all the other teams. You look across the league. How many teams that are contending have like 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 7-foot plus guys right in the roster?
Yep.
Who's our tallest guy right now? I think it's Jabari at 6'10".
Well, Alpi
Sengun is
Alpi has shot up now. Without shoes, he is 6'11".
But
shoes,
I get what you're saying.
He said he's 7'1".
He's not a
But yeah, I'm with you.
Exactly. Like Wemby, like he doesn't even have to jump and he'll block your shot, right?
And make it harder, right? Because that's when basketball you might not get it blocked, but if you change my angle on the glass, it's
exactly just
right?
Changes the whole trajectory of the shot, and
And with Jalen and KPJ, I feel like the guard position is still pretty decent. So probably would have been the better pick, but it wasn't the most necessary.
You know what I will say, though, is when you were talking about just the beginning, the breakdown of other teams coming, the difference with the other teams is they got great young talent like we do, but the signings are what put us, to me, we should have the bigger step, right? And I saw a little stat on it. I think we have the most increased win. Like they did some projections. It was like 16, right, or something. I don't even think anybody else was over 7 or 8. So and ours is like 16.
If anything, that just shows how bad we were last year.
No, and we were. But also what you've added, though, because we've had a lot of signings, and plus the young kids another year. And Udoka, I think the coaching changed because Silas was the walking dead. Pops died. And look, that's the truth of the matter. Like, heart goes out. Everybody loves Silas, but he wasn't engaged to what we were doing, and it showed.
Yeah.
And hey, kudos. I mean, I don't know. Like, he needed to be gone, and he's gone. And encouraging, man.
So
he wasn't a leader of men. Like he was just he's a great offensive coordinator and whatnot, but as far as a leader of men, leading the locker room, no. He's not the guy.
It grows on deaf ears, right? It has to grow on deaf ears eventually. Like if you're not winning and he's doing his same little speech and that he just looks very chill, monotone. I was like, man, this guy, I don't know. I feel like eventually a player checks out of that.
Yeah, I feel like that's what happened. But like you said, it's a new chapter. Udoka's here. We got all these young players, all these young assets. We should only be going up from
You have
Houston.
right?
Houston sports is on the rise, bro.
Yeah,
they on the rise. I'm telling you.
Let's switch it up because we've been going for an hour now. But let's switch it up to the crown jewel of Houston sports for the past 7 years.
Yeah,
the boys. Which the series against the Angels has been a fun one. But
that was a lot of fun to watch.
Man,
very concerning.
Frustration on Sunday.
That bullpen. Oh my God! There was no way we should have lost.
Why is Montero still playing?
Yes.
My guy gave up 4 runs yesterday. I think, like, brother, like I just can't do this anymore.
No,
I know Dusty likes him.
I think your guess is as good as mine. I'm giving Dusty the benefit of the doubt and going
every week.
At some point, he's gonna break out. It's like having a hell of a 3-point shooter. You know what I mean? And they're going 1 for 8, 2 for 11, 3 for 14, and then that one game they blow up and go 10 for 12. You know what I mean? I'm thinking Dusty's like, if I keep putting him out there, at some point this dude has to break that spell he has going on.
The law of probability, basically.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yes.
I mean, the thing is that obviously we're still number 2 in the division. Yeah. And we're playing the Texans pretty soon. Yeah. What I wanted to happen, the series against the Angels, the series against the Rockies coming up, I wanted us to, by the time we play the Texans again, we weren't going to be 2-3 games behind. We were going to be like ahead of them.
Yeah.
Hey, and you get 4 at Oakland after Colorado, so you have to win those games. That has to happen, right?
It has to. But the series against the Angels has proved that time and time again and it was the case last year a lot of the time. We played down to the competition so much.
But we rise to it too. We could play the best team in the league on a Sunday night game, and we will be right there. That's why I think we're legit. Where other people are like, "Oh, I buy Texas." Texas offense is awesome. They're great. Yeah. But we've been there, done that. And in baseball, when it starts getting tight at the end of the year, you want a team that's been there, done that, right?
Yeah.
The cream rises to the top always.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Yes.
But we know that pitching is what wins you championships.
Yeah.
You know what like when the Washingtons won the World Series is because they threw all that money at the pitching staff, right? And we've been struggling all year long with it.
I think that's what they make a move for a pitcher. They have to.
Okay. So the report,
the league knows that we want a pitcher. So whoever we decide to go after, they're going to be asking for way too.
Do you trade? So the 2 players that I saw the other day that were rumored to go after, Cody Bellinger, and Marcus Stroman.
I'll take Stroman. You ain't Bellinger.
I'll take Stroman.
Rios was talking about Bellinger. I don't know about Bellinger.
You ain't coming here, bro.
So we'll take Bellinger out of it.
Okay.
We don't need
an outfielder.
Stroman. Why? Left to bat?
Well, hang on. You need an outfielder if you trade. If you're going to get Stroman, you're going to have to trade somebody.
You're going to trade Chaz more than likely.
So then you need an outfielder.
I love Chaz.
Yeah,
I love Chaz too. I don't want to trade.
You can't
trade Chaz.
Like I love Myers too, but I will trade Myers before.
Jolts has played. I don't even want him to be go, but Jolts has played good enough. If he can keep it up, he'd be an asset that you could trade.
I'll trade Myers.
I almost rather keep Jolts and trade Myers.
Oh hell yeah! No, I didn't even think that was a possibility.
I'll trade Myers. Yeah.
In a heartbeat.
I'll trade Myers.
If Myers gets to be a starting pitcher, I'll drive him to
I didn't think that was enough.
I would walk him all the way to Milwaukee if we can get somebody.
Man,
I'm telling you. Yeah, I'll trade Myers. I do think we have to make a move. When's the trade deadline? August 1st?
And there's not a second one anymore.
Yeah, there's no second one. So August 1st is when you got to make the move. And Poppy said it. You're going to have to give up somebody to get something in return. Because what you're getting in return has to be a proven winner, a proven guy. It can't be a project.
Yeah, we're not going for projects. We're going for like the real deal.
Yeah.
And
so you're going to have to.
Teams know because teams are scared of us.
Yes.
And no team is going to be like, oh, I don't want to give them exactly the guy they want unless I can get something out of it. And it's not like we have a lot of prospects.
They're gonna have to.
If we go for a starting pitcher like a quality starting pitcher, like I don't want to give up. I mean, Chaz might have to be the guy. I don't want to give him up.
Yeah.
I don't want to give up.
I agree.
Yanner Diaz.
My heart's with Chaz.
No, you can't get rid of Diaz.
Has been a revelation, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
People are talking about like
he don't play enough to me. I mean, Maldonado, I love you. He's been a liability on defense. The ball's not being caught. Have y'all seen this stuff? Like, I know he's a guy who made the double play, but he hasn't caught some balls, passed balls.
It's not the same as last year. Like
everybody's got to stop with that.
It's about the leadership, right? That what he brings.
Oh, it is.
He brings 100%.
But I think Yanner should be the starter.
Yanner is not a liability defensively, and he's a monster offensively.
The kid can rip. The kid can rip.
At the plate.
He should be out there.
And for a catcher at that, catchers don't hit like that, right? Catchers, it's very rarely you have these guys that can hit above 270 as a catcher, provide some power numbers. I mean, it's been a revelation, like you said, man.
He plays sound defense. He makes contact. He gets on
base.
Like,
to be targeting him in some kind of trade.
Absolutely not.
I think
he's untouchable. He's one of the untouchables for me.
I'm with you.
Diaz?
Yes.
Yes, I agree.
One of the untouchables.
Well, don't we have a guy, Lee? Isn't there a Lee behind him?
Corey
Lee.
So maybe that's somebody you can pair with the Myers and get a good starter, and we keep Jolts, keep Chaz, and keep
or you just trade Maldonado.
Nobody's taking him, and keep him in the dugout.
Yeah, nobody taking him.
I'm with you, but if you pair him with Myers or somebody, I mean, I don't know.
Here's a question that I ask every single week with every single guest. If we could make it happen, would you guys trade for
Yes.
I'm telling you.
And yes. Absolutely.
Okay.
It's going to be a reality.
Okay, so
absolutely.
Listen. How do we make this happen, and why do you want to make this happen?
So I'm making this happen on one condition.
Fine, someone agrees with me.
Yeah, on one condition. He resigns, though.
You don't know that.
But that's the condition.
That's the gamble, bro.
Okay, so hang on. Let me ask you this. So you're presenting to me a scenario, right? Right? So I have to be able to have that known before I make it. Is he re-signing with us or no?
You don't know.
Well, stipulations coming, so I can't do that.
So because I'm gambling now, what I'm offering is trade. I mean, what I'm offering has changed. The trade is not the same. If I knew he was going to re-sign with us,
give it off.
Then bye.
Okay. So let's
Kyle Tucker.
Bye. No, why did you just say Kyle Tucker?
For Ohtani?
For Ohtani?
You said Kyle Tucker.
For Ohtani?
Felicia? Hey, listen, bro. Listen. I will pack you in bags. I'm gonna get you some Tex-Mex before you leave, and I'm gonna walk your happy ass to the airport. Bye, Felicia.
For Ohtani,
we're done. We're not doing that.
Hey, he left on that one. He
kicked me out. I think Poppy kicked me. Poppy's like, hell no, you out. I'm done.
He's like blocked.
Yeah.
No. So let's go both ways, right? Let's say he promised that he will resign.
Okay.
Realistically, are you actually giving up Kyle Tucker?
Yep. What do we lack in?
Answer
me this question. What do the Astros need?
Pitching
and hitting. Ohtani probably both.
Hey, now answer me this question.
If you're giving up Kyle Tucker, you're giving up hitting.
But I'm getting Ohtani who hits. And guess what Ohtani does? He kicks that leg up high, but that boy pitches too. So I'm getting both of the needs. I'm giving up Kyle Tucker. You're right. But in order to get and Ohtani to me is a generational prospect. I mean, not prospect. He's a generational player.
He's the best
prospect's over.
Baseball player.
So you got to give
another
up
Ohtani
something.
for 100 years.
Let me ask you this.
I'll probably give up Bregman a million times over before I give up Kyle Tucker. I'll put Bregman.
You're giving up Bregman because of what he's done this season.
No, I love Bregman. I love Bregman, and I feel like he's a very clutch player when we need him to be. But Kyle Tucker is that guy.
Yeah, last night he showed that, right? He made play after play. He's been doing it forever.
I mean, last resort would be Kyle Tucker. I'll offer Bregman first, but if Kyle Tucker seals the deal,
I'll package Altuve and Bregman. I'll fucking walk him all the way to fucking Anaheim.
Okay,
let's say Altuve, bro. Absolutely not. Listen,
Altuve,
there's three people now on that. 1, 2. I can't count. That's why I teach history. I don't
those
teach
trays,
math. We good.
AJ.
Listen,
those trays.
there are people, bro. I don't. Yeah, whatever. All right, I'm not giving up Pena. I'm not giving up Jordan, and I ain't giving up Altuve. Y'all, there is no. I don't give a crap.
You're giving up Tucker?
I'm giving up Tucker. Yeah.
How can you give up Tucker over Pena though?
How can I give up what?
Tucker over Pena? There's no way.
Do y'all watch this?
The thing about Pena is that he's still. I mean,
do we watch the same? Do we watch the same stuff?
Dude, Tucker
has Tucker got out in the last 3 games?
Tucker wins games, dude.
So answer me this: present to me a package that you think will get you Ohtani. Take Tucker out of it. What gets you Ohtani?
You know what? Let me go here. I think you answered it by saying Kyle Tucker at first. You know he's the best. He's the guy that will get you him the most. I even think other names don't move the needle. But that tells me that you think he is the most important to the Astros as of right now.
Exactly.
So I think you answered your question.
Unfortunately, Tucker's the one that moves that needle for Anaheim. He's the one that moves that needle.
It's the only one.
Yes.
I don't think Bregman does it.
If you're thinking about Jordan and Tucker, right? Jordan is probably the most, the most wins or whatever. But the thing about Jordan is my guy. He can't stay healthy consistently.
Yeah,
King Tuck is that guy, dude. King Tuck is it's reliable. He's very good defensively,
and he hits the lefty. He's a mismatch nightmare.
I agree with everything you're saying.
You're just saying that's how we get him.
If you are getting
the best
top players in baseball,
I'd rather sell the farm, dude. I'd rather sell the farm.
They don't want the farm. They don't want the farm.
Diaz, take fucking Bregman.
Hunter
Brown. Yeah, take fucking Hunter Brown then.
All right, do you really think you could give up Diaz and Hunter Brown and throw in a Myers or somebody and get Ohtani?
I'll move to Anaheim.
That's the Space Cowboys roster.
I'm with you. I agree. But I don't think they'll take anything less than Tucker.
I'm not giving up Tucker. Well, no, it depends. It depends because Ohtani said that he better be traded. Period.
That's what his translator said. You don't really know what he said. There's no telling what he really said.
Look,
he could have said, "I love the food here in Los Angeles." He doesn't know. You know.
I watch a lot of anime. I can speak a little. I can understand a little Japanese.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, okay.
He's ready to go. He's like,
okay.
Arigato.
He's like, sayonara.
Trade. That means trade.
Sayonara, Anaheim.
Hypothetically, only happens if Ohtani promises to resign, which I don't think is the case. I think whoever gets it is trade deadline. If he goes, it's for
he's on a rental.
Well, that's the GM's job. Like, I've said
I agree.
Multiple times.
How much do y'all think it's going to be though? Is he going to get paid $700 million or some shit? I mean, seriously,
the dude
guys.
How old is he now? He's 29. Is he 29?
He's 27.
Oh no!
Yeah,
oh, really?
He's 29.
Wow, I didn't think he was that old.
Yeah, so like
what? Yeah.
He's 27.
He's gonna be asking for like a 10-year deal, like an 8-year deal.
Yeah, probably.
He's 29. He's 29.
29.
Oh, okay. So if I was the GM, like, look, you know what? Take a shorter deal, be on a contender, win a couple World Series rings, and then you can.
We're talking about what, like 4 or 5 years?
I would say 5 years.
Because yes, Ohtani's a generational talent. We're probably not going to see.
I would say 5 years, get a couple World Series rings, secure your legacy, and then you're still young enough to get another big contract. Because he's just that guy.
That depends on whether or not 4 or 5 years from now he's still hitting and pitching.
What I feel like the Astros set a trend. You see teams doing it now. You take these guys on rookie deals, and you have control, like the Bregmans, the Altuves, the Jordans. If you're only going to make $3 million or $7 million, like Tucker right now, no arbitration. I'm going to give you $125 right now for 5 years, or you can be under my control for 5. Everybody's going to take that $125. And then they're young enough to get a really nice deal at 28, 29. Yeah. And there are teams doing this everywhere now. Exactly. Correa, we let them walk all the time. And we're kind of talking on a slippery slope when we start talking 10-year deals. That's not the Astros MO. We restock, we rebuild, and we come back at you again and again. And I love it. So,
that's why I can see that if they make the move for Ohtani, a 5-year deal.
I don't think it happens.
Highest average per year.
He's going to go to Seattle. Watch.
Would you bring back Justin Verlander? Not to get off the Ohtani aspect, but you need pitching. You bring back JV.
I would.
Like $2
in a
million
heartbeat.
year. Like,
in a heartbeat.
I would too.
The reason why I was so happy that he left was because he wanted the bag. And
yeah, absolutely.
We weren't gonna do that.
Yeah. I agree with that.
He got us another ring, and he,
and we were right. Look at this. We were right again. Like, and he's shown it this year. It was a good job of not signing you for $40 million because you're up there with freaking Scherzer looking at his one cat eye, green, blue, look like a Siberian husky and shit.
Hey, them things are badass dogs, bro.
Hey, I didn't say they weren't. They got different color eyes, don't they?
They do, yeah. They're badass dogs.
But it's like you said. Like I agree with what you're saying, from is. That's not the Astros MO. We're not here.
10-year deals now.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You sell them on a short deal, because again, win a couple World Series, and you still get the bag. At 33, 34 years old. Like
yeah.
But if you talk about untouchables, dude, AJ, like the only 3 untouchables in this team for me, it's Jordan, Tucker, and Pena.
I would say
Jose, so Altuve to you is not untouchable.
Altuve is a legend, and I love him, bro. I'm Venezuelan. I will. I'll go for to war with that guy all day. But my guy, he's on the wrong side of 30. The health. We've seen it this year. Dubon has been having to take a step up.
Hey, that dude.
Altuve cannot play every single game like he could. So,
but do you lose that locker room? Do you lose the leadership?
You do.
You know what I mean? When you trade him,
he's the guy.
The core that we've had is Bregman, Altuve.
They're the only 2 left, right?
Correa left.
Correa was in it. Yeah.
Orlando
George.
left. And we continue to compete. So the core is shifting. 5 years from now, we're going to be talking about the core being Jordan, Tucker, Pena,
Diaz,
Ohtani. No, I'm just playing.
So, do y'all think the Astros messed up by not just inking in Tucker this year, though? Taking the arbitration, doing the Springer stuff. Because I will say this: anybody that the Astros take to arbitration, they've went elsewhere. And I know everybody's like, they're not going to let him go. They won't. Yes, they will. And we've shown that. And it scares me because I think Tucker needs to stay here. I'm with you. I think, dude, Kyle Tucker and Jordan need to be here.
It scares me because when Springer left, think about it. He left a hole in center field.
It hasn't been filled.
Yeah, it has not.
Exactly. Like you could argue, like this is the best year we've had center field wise because Chas and Myers have really stepped it up. But Springer left like what 4 or 5 years ago. Feels like.
Yeah, it feels like it, dude. It really
does.
So like you let Tucker walk, God forbid. It's gonna be another one of those. Like left field isn't even like fully taken care of because I don't want Jordan playing out there.
No, he
can't.
He has to be the edge.
And Jokes has been good, but he's not elite.
Yeah, you can't play. It's law of averages could catch up to him in a hurry. He could be batting 230 in 2 months.
Exactly. So
and that's why I could see them offering Tucker in a package for Ohtani because
you don't know, right?
He's our best asset. He's not going to be under contract next year. Like if you go straight for the fences, this is what you got to do.
He's the guy, and that's a good point because that's what people need to understand as Astros fans. Like Tucker's not a guarantee to sign.
I'd rather keep Tucker. I'd rather try to get him to sign than to trade for Ohtani because we have proven that we can win without Ohtani.
Yeah,
we do not need Ohtani.
That arbitration, man, when they start going to arbitration, they leave.
Okay. So
they take it personal.
They do, man. Right? Am I wrong?
Yeah,
I feel like everybody I read, it's like, I took them to arbitration. They're gone when they can go.
Like, am I worth the extra $2 million a year? Like I feel like I've more than proven myself at this point.
Exactly. And if you're the Astros, it's Tucker last year. Like, give him not the bag, but don't take him to arbitration. Be like, hey, we're gonna give you $10 million. I'm sorry, buddy. Like,
honestly, basically, that's what they should do.
They should have, right?
I feel like that's what they should do.
But I think Tuck's gonna look for the bag also, and he can probably leave. You know what? I'd rather trade him than lose him for nothing.
That's a good point, man.
I'd rather trade him, lose him for nothing. Because honestly, I don't see him resigning. Like, he's gonna look for the bag, and he's gonna get it from the Dodgers, the Yankees, whoever. They're gonna pay it.
I think the Dodgers are gonna get Ohtani, and I know it. I know in my heart of hearts, I hate the Dodgers so bad.
I'm like 99% sure. It's either them or like
Seattle, man. Ichiro status.
Honestly, I could picture him in like a Giants uniform or like a Padres uniform.
How do the Giants have all that money? Isn't
Dude,
that city broke?
They're gonna be investigated in like 2 years. We're gonna realize they've been bundling money, like they've been working with the cartels or something. Like,
Right?
There's something going on over there, brother.
Barry Bonds set them up with that forehead. Damn.
I'm saying.
Bro, I love me some Barry Bonds.
But I think
that's my dude. Stop.
I think he's gonna stay on the West Coast for sure.
I agree, and I don't. Let me clarify. I don't want to trade Kyle Tucker, but in order to get a superstar of the caliber that we're talking about, you got to trade somebody. And Bregman hasn't done well this season.
Yeah.
You're not trading Jordan. You're not trading Pena. I'm with you, Poppy, that Altuve's on the wrong side of 30.
Altuve and Hunter
They're
Brown,
not trading him. He's
Astro
not
fans
trading
will
him.
lose it.
Altuve,
Jim
Hunter Brown,
Crane.
Corey Lee, get me Ohtani ASAP.
But do they take that? Do they take that?
It's
We
the-
take it because we're on the other side
it's
of
the
it.
Angels, brother.
That is valid. That is.
Yeah, they were
That's
picked to
valid.
win the division again for the third year in a row or something.
Yeah.
I
You
think
have
third
the
or
two most
fourth in a
talented
row.
players in the
Isn't
game.
Yeah.
And nobody
I'm so
wants to
over
watch
that.
them.
Okay, I'm gonna ask y'all a question. I'm gonna keep it on the Astros. I'm gonna ask you a question. Now I don't know when we gotta go, so tell me when to shut up. But I just enjoy doing
We're
this
good,
shit.
man. We're good.
Are the Astros a dynasty?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, Rios took a deep breath.
I would say not yet. You got to get the third ring. 3 rings makes a good dynasty.
Oh shit! Really?
The World Series appearances, the
It's
consistency.
the fact that we- yeah, the fact that we-
consistency is the word to me.
I would say
Yes, the
if it wasn't-
ALCSs and the World. Yeah.
Because it's not.
I
just
would
consistency,
say
it's not just
those
consistency,
2 losses.
it's
keep-
They
consistency,
hurt. They do.
It's
But they've been to
consistency,
4
but
though.
we've
They've been to
also
4.
won. It's not like we've made it to the World Series for 5 out of the last 6 years and lost every single time.
We've won 2.
We've won 2.
We won 2, but we lost 2 also. I think that keeps
Yeah,
us
but
out of
you're
conversation.
50%.
How many teams?
You've owned
how
the
many
Yankees.
teams
That
in the
helps.
game can say that in the last 7 years they've been to that many World Series? and even
Yes.
a couple
Yes.
years, right?
Yes.
Talking about the Dodgers won 1, Mickey Mouse ring.
I will say this: the Giants, they weren't considered that.
The Nationals won, and now
They won 1.
Who are they? Who are the Nationals? Right? The Braves beat us, and they're on pace to actually.
We were
compete
so
for this
injured.
year.
If we were healthy,
Exactly.
it's on,
Exactly.
man.
But all of those teams that we face, that we competed against and beat or lost to, they only won that one time.
The Yankee dominance helps to me. That's a tip in your hat because everybody talks about how great these teams are. The Yankees teams are underachieving. They only underachieve against one team.
We are the evil empire.
We're their
now.
kryptonite. If they didn't have to play us, they would keep moving on.
So-
but
That we just
knock
lose
them
in the
off.
World Series.
I will say in baseball, the last dynasty was the Giants,
Oh yeah,
but they won. They won 3.
They won 3.
You need 3
Okay,
to be
so-
a dynasty.
So
That's true.
I don't think you need 3. Man.
I'm just gonna do a comparison here, and
Okay.
you tell me what you think. When Marvin Harrison Jr. and Reggie Wayne and Peyton Manning and them, when they were all on the Colts, were they a dynasty?
No,
Really?
they're not a dynasty. They won 1
That
Super
wasn't
Bowl.
it. They won 2. They got two.
They went to 2, but they won 1, and they got
No,
embarrassed by the Saints.
But what I'm saying is that they were in the AFC Championship. a
13
lot.
games plus.
So
it was just
Year after
great.
year, but
So does
how many did
so
they
does
win?
That's a good one. That's a
Not
good
play a
one. Let me
factor?
think about it.
does that not
It
play a
does.
factor? So if again, this is
Because if the Colts are a dynasty, the Saints should be a dynasty also because they have the same number of Super Bowl rings.
Wow,
the same.
that's a good fact. That's actually a
Both the
good
same.
point.
I just think that whenever you go to the ALCS when it comes to baseball, and when you're a staple there, and when teams fear you, at some point you got to be considered a dynasty.
So I call the ALCS the Astros Invitational. That's my name for it. But we're still not a dynasty. Like that third ring cements you as a dynasty in my eyes.
Okay.
And
So if we win one of those,
I feel like 2 rings is a lot.
it's
in
a lot,
baseball-
That's
but
what I'm saying. I
In
feel like
baseball,
2
three,
rings,
bro.
You've
bro.
been to 2 others. So if
You
you're
know
saying
how
if we
hard
won
it
one or
is
the
to
other,
win in baseball, like in football, you only play like 22 games a
Ooh,
year.
20.
Yeah.
19,
Now-
well, but
now-
yeah, now 21.
Now it's 21.
if you don't have a bye.
Right? So, and the playoffs are a single elimination, right? You know how hard it is to win in baseball?
Oh, just
that's what I'm saying.
It's not easy for me to say this, but it's the truth. Like anyone that's considered a dynasty in baseball, they've won 3 during their runs.
So you're saying
it's never 2.
If we win one of the other World Series, like against the Braves, the Nationals, we're a dynasty.
Okay, let me ask you this: if we don't go to the World Series the next 3 years, and then year 4 we win the 3rd one, does that make us a dynasty?
Yeah, because you've won it. It's still the Astros run. At that point.
But then we lost 3 years in a row.
I
feel like that takes away.
I think if you're there year after year and maybe have an occasional year or 2
How about the Bills? Was the Bills a dynasty?
Because they lost what?
They lost. They lost 4 in a row.
But that team was.
But that's the thing. They didn't win once, right? So I wouldn't call them a dynasty.
That's true.
That's the thing. Like we're basically during our run, we're 2 and 4
But
in the World Series. Overall, we're 2 and 5 basically. We lost against the White Sox.
That Bills team. That Bills team. If they would have won 2, I would call them a dynasty.
I agree. I think the fact that we won 2, I think
football's a little different because it's kind of hard. No, there's not a lot of teams that have 3 Super Bowl wins. There's
like 3, right?
But you got to understand though, you're not playing a 1-game series in baseball. So you're telling me I got to come in round after round and beat you best out of 5, best out of 7, year in and year out, round after round. So I'm doing that consistently. I'm going to the ALCS consistently. I'm going to the Super Bowl. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm in the World Series. So I just think that the fact that it's an actual series and not a 1 game like the NFL is, I think you got to sway it a little bit.
Yeah, and the ones that we lost, we were always there as well. It wasn't like we got swept, right? Like the
Nationals we blew. I mean, we came home. We need 1 home game.
Oh, exactly. We the Nationals
cupcake.
The Braves was a little tougher because the competition was better.
Mm-hmm.
Hey boys, Anthony Rendon sold his soul that night because he ain't played like 50 games since then, I don't think. Like, let's think about that.
Look at the comment, bro. Where's the fat?
That's what I was laughing at. I was like, shit.
He died. He's dead.
we sent him to Wakanda. Bring with some vibranium.
He's on that Subway diet.
Yeah. Hey, Poppy, I see your jersey. I'm not switching up, but I just noticed this. I see your jerseys in the background. Okay.
Yes.
Which this is a dumb question because I see your jersey, but Messi, Ronaldo.
It's Messi.
Okay.
All day, every day.
Messi, Ronaldinho.
Messi all day, every day.
Oh shit. Okay.
I will say this: if Ronaldinho had Ronaldo's work ethic, different conversation.
Game over. Game over.
Ronaldinho, he cared more about.
I just noticed.
No,
now you're just talking what ifs, dude, and we don't do what ifs.
Yeah.
We do facts. And
unfortunately, it's a big what if.
That's it,
man.
Okay, so if Messi doesn't win the World Cup,
dude, if Messi doesn't win the World Cup, I'm still taking Messi.
Okay, I like it. I'm not knocking it.
I would say the World Cup gives him the one up on Ronaldo.
Yes, it does.
Well, the World Cup, it's
tough.
I feel like he's always got the one up on Ronaldo.
I don't know, bro.
Those Champions
are tough. Yes.
You talk about titles. They're very close in titles. They're very close in goals.
Well, titles, most of those are because Messi Copa del Rey, like that's third rate.
Yeah. Messi has more titles.
Oh yeah, the Copa del Rey, the big trophy.
Hey, but every time Real Madrid won it, you were drunk as fuck celebrating that shit.
We've won 2 in the last 10 years.
Fucking pants on the floor, bro.
We've won like 2 in the last 10 years.
Messi has more titles. Mm-hmm. Ronaldo has more goals. Messi has way more assists.
Who has more bitches?
Messi has
Ronaldo. It's not even close.
Bro,
that's not even close.
That's who I'm hanging out with. I want the James Harden criteria. James Harden criteria. I want the beard criteria on my soccer player. Who knows where the club's at? in some of these Latin countries, man.
Ronaldinho knows where the club.
Ronaldinho,
that ain't no doubt.
This man he would go out the entire night, get drunk, still drunk, go to the game and drop a hat trick in your favorite team. Like, bro, it was. He used
to have sex at halftime.
If I didn't get it in, it's like McNair's nap. I don't know if y'all watched it. I always had to get a nap in before the game.
Like back in the 40s or whatever, football players were having a cigar and drinking beer during the pep talk at halftime.
Even football players, like the first Super Bowl, like that Chiefs player smoking a cigar at halftime, like
how
cigar and a beer
and play football. That sounds like an awful idea.
And drinking a beer, like bro, like
God, damn. I mean, there's got to be a better way.
The lunch steak, bro.
Now they're just smoking weed and chilling, like lifting weights.
Hey Juan, I like you. I like you, Juan. I'm glad we agree.
There we go. I like this.
I wouldn't say
I wouldn't say There's a lot closer that people give credit for. I still think Ronaldo is probably the second best player of all time.
I would say like we're very fortunate, like soccer fans, to see these guys,
go at it.
Yeah, go at it in like the peak of their powers. Yeah.
Like for 10 plus years, like we're not gonna see this type of rivalry again. Like, look at the state of football in Europe now. Like, there's no Messi and Ronaldo. There's guys, they're good, but they're not those
good
guys.
teams, but there's not like good individual like.
Well, and I'm not a tennis guy either, but it reminds me of I feel like what we've seen in the last
Federer,
with those guys, right?
Federer,
that's not normal, bro. Like, right? It's not normal.
Like I was never super big into hating on this person. I appreciated both. I have my preference, obviously, but I appreciate both. Like,
so in football,
you got to
people always
as
say,
a fan,
it's Brady or Rodgers, and I'm like, no, bro, it's Brady all day.
Brady or Manning.
They would say the same thing about Manning. I'd be like, no, Manning.
No, if Manning was with Bill Belichick, they would have wrote the book on the NFL.
Like Manning and Rodgers maybe, but I always thought Brady was in a tier of his own.
He's a dog. He's an overachiever, right? I mean, you don't get picked in the 6th round and become that guy without the killer. He's a killer.
Exactly.
I think it's in team sports. It's only 2 undisputed goats.
Do you want to
Jordan Brady?
Get on the mic.
What is it? Long distance relationship?
Hey, time out. Listen, Rios, and I'm gonna be a hater right here. Okay, I'm with you on the Jordan aspect, and I'm gonna preface this by saying it's Jordan 1A, Kobe's 1B, and then you got LeBron down here. Okay, I don't put LeBron. I don't think LeBron is in the same category as Kobe and MJ. He's personal opinion, right? So
the flop makes it unnecessary.
But you brought up Brady. Okay, there's a Montana. All right, I can't. That's my guy. That's my guy. I'm a Joe Montana fan through and through, and which makes me a Tom Brady hater because that's what everybody compared him to. Now, of course, the Super Bowl wins and all that. I get it. But man, I'm a Joe Montana.
Wins.
Yeah.
Things.
Yeah, but
more playoff wins than any team in football.
Listen,
I will say this. So for a while, I was the biggest Tom Brady hater until that Super Bowl against the Falcons. Like after that,
that's when he earned it.
Yes, you're right. That's tough.
That's tough.
That's tough. Yeah.
So I was the biggest Brady hater. He changed my mind.
I was too, man. That's so funny.
I lost so much money in that game. There's no way Atlanta loses this game.
Dude,
28-3, there's no way. I doubled my bet because I thought I was that confident. And
I turned the game off and went out with some friends. And when I came back, I was like, "Wait, what the fuck just happened?"
Yes.
Is this a commercial?
Yes.
After that, I never ever again doubted Tom Brady in my life.
No,
ever. And that's why to me he's the go. Like, who does that in the Super Bowl?
And he's showing it the way Belichick's floundering around without him too. That's helping his case.
That and winning with Tampa Bay,
Exactly. Tampa Bay underachieved for years with that roster.
They were an 8-8 team before he got there, and then they won a Super Bowl.
It was all said and done
against Mahomes of all
exactly.
Mahomes.
When it was all said and done, Tom Brady is one of those guys who left the game without having nothing else to prove.
How about this?
Oh yeah,
he almost came back. Remember, he almost came back and beat the Rams the year they won it. Y'all remember that game? It was like the first round game.
Oh, yeah.
Rams are up by 21-28. All of a sudden, it starts happening. I think they tied it up. Cup made that big catch. I think the safety let him run down the middle of the scene. If they beat them there, they could have won that one, too. He would have had 2 with Tampa Bay. Man, come on.
That was a good game. Like,
hey, that was a badass game. Underrated.
That defense let him down, because Tom Brady, I guess, man.
Yeah, but I guess Montana's pretty good too.
Yeah, he's okay.
Oh yeah.
For years, I thought Montana.
Montana.
Montana. Joe Montana.
Quarterback, you idiot.
I think
The Water Boy. I love that movie, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think if Watson,
but for years I thought Montana was the GOAT, but again, after that Falcons game, it's Brady. There's just no way.
I was just raised a Montana fan because the Oilers had done moved to Tennessee. By the way, F. Bud Adams, sorry. And so my dad was a 49ers fan, or he still is. So he brought me. I mean, I was raised to be a 49ers fan and a Cowboys hater.
Good.
You know what I mean? And then when the Texans came in 2002, it was 49ers and Texans, and then it was still F the Cowboys too.
Yeah, straight up.
And ain't shit changed in 2023. So
all day, every day.
That's it. So we
don't rock with South Oklahoma. We don't claim that.
There you go.
The next time we play Dallas, we're gonna crush them. I'm 100%. We're gonna be the better team going into that game. I promise you.
Of course.
I promise you.
We got
last year they were the favorites, and we took him
to the wire.
To the end. Yes, literally.
Yeah, me and Carlos were there. We were like, there's no way this game's gonna be close. And it was.
And then, so next time I'm gonna have a ball. Dude.
Well, I was really drunk. I was talking all this shit to these Dallas fans, and they gave me a little bit of heat afterwards. But hey, man, that was a game. That was.
The roster's not as bad as people think.
It's not.
It's not.
Hashtag 9 wins. Did I say 10 earlier? My bad.
You said 10.
Yeah, you said 10.
You can't go back on it, bro. What
mulligan.
You mean?
It's a mulligan. We're golfing.
I'm still thinking 7 or 8. I feel like that's the ceiling.
I'm with you, Poppy. I'm with you, brother.
All right, guys. Well, we've been going on for a long time.
It was good.
I apologize.
No, it's all good, brother.
Right, man.
When we said at the top of the show, this is what we do, man. We just bullshit.
Yeah, I love it, man. I'm all about it.
Yeah, it was good, man.
We got to stop before Rio's opens his 11th beer of the episode.
Hey, pretty impressive, actually. I thought, I give it a run, but
hey, do you see what it says under his name? America's drunk.
I love that.
I said Uncle Rico.
Hell yeah! I can throw a ball over the mountains, man.
That's it.
Coach would have put me in. We'd have won state.
But it's been great having you guys. We have to get you guys back in here again.
Yeah, dude.
Sure.
Yes, sir. Man, we appreciate it. We do. We really appreciate y'all bringing us on. We love what y'all do. We've been following y'all for a while, and y'all's growth has been phenomenal in the amount of time you've done it at. So y'all are doing things the right way. We're trying to
work around
half
the
of
schedules
what
and
y'all
do.
Believe me, man. It happens.
It'll happen.
Y'all are awesome.
It'll happen.
We enjoy what y'all do, brother. We do. We
gotta have you guys back here, and we can't wait for the football season to start.
I'm ready for training camp.
Training camp. Get it going.
My challenge to you now is go do a best ball lineup on DraftKings, because that's what I'm going to go do.
Underdog on DraftKings. Underdog.
Either one, money's to be made.
Hey,
money's to be made. Exactly.
I said this earlier, and I say it again. If y'all go to the Texans game, hit us up. We got season tickets. We'll be at all the games, tailgate, everything. So y'all hit us up, man. We'll link up and
for sure, man.
Let's do a morning show tailgate style from out there.
Hey, there you go. I'm down.
Yeah. So y'all let us know, man. Yeah, facts. We rock with it.
Fuck that guy.
Y'all be good.
All right, y'all take it easy, guys. So y'all on Saturday for everybody watching.
For the A's, man.
Carlos, it's not bad, but we'll see.
RIP.
Y'all take it easy, guys.